Hi, I'm John Bevan, Managing Director of Voyage Prive. I got into travel a bit by luck. I didn't do particularly well in my business degree, and I was one of those that kind of quite enjoyed partying. So at the end of my degree, my father asked me what I was going to do. I said I'd quite like to go into hotel and catering, and he suggested that he'd had enough paying for my education, I should find a job, and gave me a job application that happened to cross his desk, which was to work for a French hotel chain called Campanile, who still exist. And they were looking for, I was living in France then, they were looking for an English person living in France, because bilingual. So I got my girlfriend to write the letter, wrote off, went for an interview, had 3 interviews with a stinking hangover, I remember it distinctively, and got the job. I stayed with them, which is quite unusual nowadays, 11 years, and worked my way up to sales director, where I basically ran a team of sales guys based in countries doing inbound tour operating, inbound selling to tour operating coach operators into France. So I had offices in Spain, Italy, Germany, representation in Poland, Czech Republic, Holland, and the UK. And then after 11 years, I decided to try my hand at something else, worked for a little incoming agency in Paris. I was still living in Paris then. And then met my current wife and decided to move back to England to live with her. And by then was a bit fed up with the hotel world, so I decided to try and go into tour operating. And was very lucky. Some friends of mine who ran a little a short break operator called Driveline gave me a job to work with them on building products. So I launched a Paris program for them and did some partnerships. And then after about a year, I had an opportunity with a friend of mine who's not in travel to set up a business. So we set up a company called Book That, which doesn't exist anymore, unfortunately. We've got initial funding from a private investor. And basically we built the first villa search engine, which was aggregating about 6,000 villas from a whole series of villa operators who are now basically all owned by Cottages Group. So that wouldn't have had a long future, but we were literally the first villa site, 6,000 villas online, with distribution across the EMAP, Bargain Holidays, A to B sites, the Beeb, which was the BBC website at the time, FreeServe, so we were on all the big ISPs. Traffic was there, but people just in year 2000, were not buying £1,500, £2,000 holidays online. So we ran out of cash. We tried to sell it. I tried to sell it to EMAP, who weren't in the mood to buy, but took me on to run escape routes. And then from there, within a few months, EMAP decided to get rid of the travel businesses and stick with their core magazine business. And they asked me to take over and gave me 3 months to sell it. So I'm not entirely sure how I did it, because I'd never done that before, but I managed to find 2 people interested, who were Page and Moy and OTC. OTC bought it, and I moved then with the business to Twickenham and took some of my team with me and ran Bargain Holidays, A to B, One Ski, Waxed, a whole series of sites. Then we bought ifyouski.com and a few other sites, all hotels. And then we were consequently bought by lastminute.com. So that's kind of a quick run through how I got into, how I started in travel, but also, I got into the online world quite early in late '99, which I think has given me the chance to build up my expertise in the online world and selling holidays online from the very early stages where there was nothing online about it. But it was all call to action, but eventually online booking systems came in. I was consulting after I left lastminute.com, and Voyage Prive had decided to set up an office in the UK. They've been going since 2006 in France and very successful already. So they they like to work through contacts and networks, so they contacted Brent Hoberman and asked him if he could recommend anyone, and he recommended me. So they came and contacted me in 2009, and I'd never heard of them, if I'm honest, and then started researching the business and went to meet them in Aix-en-Provence in the head office, met the 4 founders who are very inspirational guys, was blown away with the business model and got the job.